Okay, how come nobody told me about these? The new trips. Somebody's been gatekeeping information and now I found out. Don't take these if you don't want to be in good focus, if you don't want to sleep well, if you don't want good gut health, if you don't want to be in a good mood, and if you don't want a lot of energy. That's what these are. These are the sugar-free Nutrup gummy bears. Just take one of these, the snack pack, and you'll have all those. Who's been holding back this information? Now you know. Click the link down below, get the discount. Don't sleep on these Nutrups. Hi everyone, and welcome to OneMicNite, the podcast that brings you stories of artists and people on their journey, helping to guide, answer questions, and motivate you in life and the business. It's Marcos Luis, you already know, and we are in season 6 of OneMicNite podcast. Thank you all for joining me and staying along with me on this journey. Make sure you like the episode. I want to see at least 1,000 likes on this episode. If you're watching it on YouTube, we got to see it. Or if you're watching it on Spotify, same thing. Please, those of you who are joining for the first time, welcome and thank you for joining. This is OneMicNite podcast, 19 years of the brand. So thank you and giving artists a platform to do what they do, and I can do what I do. Today, I'm excited. My guest today is a music and artist phenomenon. He is the CEO of Urban Unity Productions. His name is Gary Thomas II. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Marcos.
How you doing, man?
I'm good. How you doing?
Thank you for taking some time out and talking to us. Listen, man, I have questions.
All right.
The first question is, who is Gary Thomas II?
Man, that's a loaded question. No, I'm kidding. Gary Thomas II is a father. I have a 10-year-old daughter. I have another daughter on the way. She's actually in the oven, Charlotte Blair. I'm an artist. I've been an artist my entire life, just all around. I grew up drawing, illustrating, playing music, trying to act, just all around artist, entrepreneur, hustler.
We have to be, right?
Yes, sir.
Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Atlanta area, Lawrenceville, Georgia. Mm-hmm. That's where I went to high school, and now I live in Los Angeles, California.
Okay, how was Atlanta for you?
It's good. It's good.
That's a music capital right now. All the people in Atlanta.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So I left, I guess, when it started booming, becoming like more of the entertainment capital. But I go back and forth.
So how's LA been for you?
LA, it started out rough, but I made my way. I met a bunch of people. I worked hard and just building off of the network that I created for myself out here.
That's right. Network is important. How did you come up with the name Urban Unity? Where did that come from?
Urban Unity. So a really good friend of mine, her name is Sade Akanade. We actually started Urban Unity back in Georgia together. We were going to start that together. And we came up with Urban Unity Productions back then. We actually wanted to, we had a bunch of ideas, and we were young, fresh out of high school. And we wanted to start a club, but you need a business name. And Urban Unity Productions just stuck. It felt right. It felt wholesome. And that's where it started. That's Urban Unity Productions. She actually converted to Judaism and moved out to Israel. But when we came out to California, I continued building with it on the music side. And it just stuck. It just
It seemed appropriate. How do you parlay an idea into Urban Unity? I mean, what's the through line for you, and how do you get people to be on the roster for Urban Unity? What are you looking for?
Um, I'm looking for everything. Like I told you myself, I'm an all around artist. I love every genre of music. So I'm looking for people who have that passion as well, who love their craft, love what they do, just really passionate about it. And like I said, it's unity. So like I'm just looking for people of all genres and just people who just love what they do.
Tell us some of the people on the roster. Who do you have on the lineup?
We got a couple people. There's oh man, there's um A Flow. This is insane, formerly known as Enzo Blade. Blade. I forget. Like he has it with the dots in between each of the letters, but I forget what it means right now, and I should know. But it's some really good. I love it actually. That's what I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, there's myself,
Sherry,
huh?
Sherry.
Oh, Sherry Remington.
Hmm.
Yes, we got Sherry Remington. She's she's someone actually I met out in California, and she has an incredible story and her voice. Um, her first release with us was actually a dedication to one of her friends who was taken away, in like this horrific act. You know what I mean? And so she dedicated this song to her, and that was her first release with us. And I actually had the privilege to be really hands on with that and getting that produced and everything. So yeah,
What's it like in the studio with you? If an artist goes in, or say like Sherry, for instance,
yeah.
what happens in there? How does the magic happen?
Um, you know, so we come in the studio. Definitely want to just break the ice and everything. Everybody started laughing a little bit. But then when it's time to get to work, like I don't go too hard, but like I really want to stay focused on the task at hand. I don't really like too much extracurricular activity going on in the studio, like while we're in there working. All that can be before and after. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But I like being in there, like getting into the creative vibe, um, influencing like what can be like brought up or what needs to be taken out and all that stuff. It's fun. Like it's fun working with me in the studio. I just yeah.
Definitely a collaboration
Yes.
and a meeting of the minds.
Yep.
You sound like you stand on business a little bit, but it's also fun. Like it's also a place where people can go in there and be creative. They have an idea, you have an idea, and try to make them mesh some
Yes.
way.
Yep.
What is like we're at an interesting point right now with music. We're at an interesting point right now with AI. How does that fit into what you're doing and maybe what your vision is?
So I love I love what's going on with AI kind of sort of right now.
Hmm.
It's like love hate, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
um I know a lot of my friends that are actors are hating what's going on with AI right now. But as far as music,
Hmm.
um right now actually I just released a remix, and I know a lot of artists are doing this right now, but I released a variant, seven different variants of an old song that I did called "Kick It With You" Part One.
Hmm.
We worked together, like me and some of my collaborators. I had my friend Marie; she was playing on the guitar. We had the live strums going on in the guitar. I had my boy Nike Kid and Marcus Cruz on the vocals, and then me with the hip hop vocals, and then like I did the beat and the drums and all that stuff. So it was a collaborative effort on that project. And with the AI stuff though, I took the lyrics that I wrote for the song, programmed the AI, and the remixes that have come out just been phenomenal though. I'm actually impressed and like blown away with the technology. So I'm I'm kind of excited about it. It's kind of weird. I don't want AI to take my job or what I do.
Right.
At the
I
same time, I'm very impressed
Yeah, I think that's what the fear is, taking everyone's job. But the thing is that if we use it to our advantage or we use it in a positive way, then it's not a big deal. Like you just said, it helped you do a remix. It probably cut down the time
The
for
time
you
was
to do.
cut
Yeah,
down, but like
right,
exponentially, and it came out phenomenal. Like I like I said, I got seven variants, seven remixes out of this,
right.
and I even took an extra step with so I translated my lyrics into Spanish and Espanol.
Estoy muy contento de que seas especial para mí. Estoy muy contento de que seas especial para mí. Vamos a ir de compras. Te compraron una fiesta obligada para un buen viaje de...
And
See
I made,
that?
I made a reggaeton version,
See that? That's what I'm talking about.
and I
You
wish I had
gotta
it
love it.
already before this thing, so we could, I'll send it to you so you can
Right.
check for sure.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's how it works. I mean, why it's inevitable that it's going to be a part of our society and our life. And
Right.
those people who actually don't jump on it right now, you're gonna be left behind.
Yeah.
You can still stay true to your art, to your craft, and do what you want to do, but there's no reason why you can't have a little extra help doing some stuff, to cut out the time.
Yeah.
I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I use it for emails. I can't lie. If I have an email I need to write, I've used it for that. Cuts down the time. Anything.
Yeah.
I have no problem with it.
And I went to school for animation as well, and graphic design. So like I remember like learning the Adobe suite and all that.
Yep, yep.
I go in there and tweak. Now all I got to do is use some code and code it properly, and I can get in seconds.
That's right.
To take me hours, days. I would sometimes hand draw it, scan it into the computer, and then go manipulate it with the as a as a ping or JPEG. So
And here's the other thing too, and I can't lie, I take AI webinars all the time. I was taking one this morning,
yeah,
actually. Right now, we can use that not only for music, but we use it for everything. Once you get proficient in it, you can start using that as your jobs, your services to businesses, to other businesses, if
yeah,
that's what you want to do. So we have the opportunity right now to jump on that and make some things happen,
yes,
not
sir.
only for ourselves, but as a lucrative business in the sense.
Yeah, I'm studying it myself.
Hmm.
I'm trying to stay ahead of the curve
Right.
and jump in. I don't want to be hesitant to it and get left behind.
Exactly.
Like I said, got to hustle. That's it.
Gotta hustle. What was it like for you going from, just having an idea about having Urban Unity Productions to actually making a business out of it?
So
Because I want people on here to understand like how important it is, number one, I'll let you speak, but to have a business and have ownership of something and how do we do it?
yes, sir. Um, so like I said, it started as like an idea. I actually so I've always been an entrepreneur, like from since I was a kid, like from selling lemonade to cutting people's grass to just going out there just doing what I needed to do. And
Back
so
to that old word, hustling.
hustling, so
Right? That's it.
I always had
Exactly.
that. I always had that mindset, and and it comes from my parents. They always said, focus on stuff that you like to do, but also like have your own like so I had mentors who always used to tell me like so like I always had that mindset, and then I also had people who encouraged me to like start my own too. And so it was very important to me once like I got of age to like do it. And I don't know, I guess you can start a business at any age if
Yeah. Mhm.
but I didn't know what I know now, and then I didn't know what I didn't know.
There you go. That
So
part. And that's what I want to share with everybody out here because I also didn't know.
yeah,
And it wasn't until I knew, and I didn't grow up with that mindset either. My parents worked for other people and over the pandemic, everything sort of just shifted for me. I
Yeah.
started tuning in a lot more. I mean, I already had One Mic Night going, but I never really thought of it as a business. One Mic Night started in 2006, and that was at the beginning of YouTube. So I
Yeah.
would run to this. I don't know if I told you the story, if you've heard this story, but it started out as an open mic for artists, a platform for artists in a small club on the West Village of New York City. And so I invited this woman that played in another restaurant that I worked in because I was a bartender at this place. I invited her to come in and play her guitar, see if I could generate some business. And she said, okay, cool. She came in, popped the door open. She started playing the guitar. Her name is Maritri Garrett. Shout out to Maritri. People just started walking in. I was like, okay, here we go. I said, next week, invite some more musicians. I'll invite some actors and some, spoken word artists. I'll bring my one mic, one microphone, and we'll just see what we get.
All
Next
I
thing you
do is
know,
like,
yep, one mic night. It was one mic night happening. Place filled up every Monday, every Monday.
that's good.
Corey Glover from Living Color, the group, he came in, he blew the roof off of the place. We got kicked out. That night, somebody from a nightclub, I'll make this quick. It's already a long story, but
I'm
somebody from a nightclub came in. His name was Chris. Shout out to Chris on the Lower East Side. He said, if you ever need a place, let me know. This is great. You got a lot of good people. Went outside. I was like, Chris, you're never gonna believe what happened, man. We just got kicked out of this place. He's like, come on in, come on in. Next thing you know, I'm in the Lower East Side, huge nightclub. So I started filling up the nightclub with performers. I had comedy, then I would have independent bands, then I would have my house band just jam, just jam. So this went on for years, 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 years. So that's how long One Mic Night started. But if I knew then what I know now about business, I could have captured all that in a different way.
yeah.
I look back and I'm like, man, damn, I wish I had a mentor to tell me how to, navigate my way through this and make it an LLC, make it a profitable business, make it all these things. And it wasn't until recently that I actually figured out, most of it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
what do you say to people who were like what we were to get to a point where they're generating something for themselves? And how important is it?
Well, I say study. Like it's always important to keep reading, keep your head in a book or some kind of knowledge, and um just start. Like, you know what I mean? Like whatever pennies you got saved up, invest that into your business and start.
Yep.
And
Uh,
lay it down, get it structured right, and yeah, and just
yep.
start.
And all that comes from reading, like you said, asking questions.
Yep.
And that's why I started out my podcast with I have questions because I'm here to learn. I'm here to learn about you and I'm here to learn about as much as I can.
And congratulations to you on
Yeah.
said 19 years.
19 years. Yeah.
Congratulations on 19
Thank
years.
you. Thank you, man. It's been a struggle.
Yes.
What's the future for Urban Unity? What are you doing now?
Um. So I don't know if I mentioned this earlier or not, but I'm also um a private chef. I should have said that when I was introducing Gary Thomas, who he is. But I'm a private chef, also a mixologist. You said you're a bartender, so you know about that life.
Right, right.
Um. So in addition to the independent music thing, I also have that as well. The business where I'm doing private chef stuff and cooking. Um, we've we've introduced two pop-ups that we're building. One is a coffee pop-up called Shot and Sweet.
Okay. What's that about?
Um, Fresh made coffee, espresso, homemade syrups, homemade sweets and stuff like that, baked goods. Um, and then we also have another pop up called Wangs and Things. That's the southern in me right there. Fried chicken wings.
Okay.
So I got homemade sauces with the honey sriracha, garlic parm, uh, sweet Thai chili, um, et cetera, et cetera. With the fried pickles, fresh dill on the pickles. Uh,
What?
yes,
Yeah, that's a good biz. That's a good business to be in. Yep.
sir.
The
And
wing business for sure.
then we'll do
Do,
whatever private catering chef services you want and need as well because I love to cook everything.
that's an artistry in its own.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? That's the way to people's heart. If you can make some good food, you got them. You got them at that. You ever combine the two?
What's
Do you
that?
serve food at your like? Do you ever do a pop-up music show and then you cater it?
That's we'll go back to when I was talking about when my sister and I, my good friend Sade, I call her my sister. So my sister and I, when we wanted to open up that club, that was kind
Yeah,
of what we were thinking of. Like I wanted to have like a studio in there for the artists to come in, you know, and then it'd be like a scene where you come in, get some food, get some good drink, and then maybe have some light party activity going on as well.
I like that. That's good. Or
But
have like a little restaurant in the front, yeah, and then the back part is the actual studio. So
yes,
people who are dining there even know there's a studio there. They know that there are people back there working and doing some music. And
exactly.
then maybe the music is piped in through some of the music is piped in through
Yeah, I even get to get sneak peeks of
get
what's
a
coming
sneak peek.
up.
Yeah, that
So
sounds good.
that might come up again down the line. But yeah, like you said, like doing like a pop up, maybe play some of the music while we're at the pop ups, and like that would be good too. There's a lot of different ideas, and then there's actually a couple chefs uh that are artists that are signed with us too, and I want to do some stuff with them as well, you know, and help
Right.
build their brand up with their chef and their artistry as well as their music.
How do you deal with contracts? Do you ever get any kind of legal situations where, either with outside people or with artists? Is that, I mean, how do you keep people on the straight and narrow with the contracts? Because I know just as an actor, I've had some issues with contracts.
I think my contract is pretty solid.
Mm.
The one that I introduce and offer to the artists that I work with, it's pretty solid. And I haven't run into any issues yet, any legal issues um, yet. You know,
Hmm.
hopefully I don't have to, but we're in America.
Yeah, we are in America.
um,
Yeah.
but no, I think the contract's pretty solid. What I tell the artists before they even sign anything with me, I'm like, look, read this over, and then read it over again, and then have a friend and a family member read it over, and then if you have one, contact or if you can contact one, contact an attorney and have them look it over, and then get back to me and with their thoughts and your thoughts. We'll go over everything, and then if you feel it's right, sign it. I'll sign it, and then we're locked in.
That's it. What do you think about goals in terms of your business? Has your goal changed? Has it sort of been the same, or what are you looking for with
Um,
the business?
I think goals are always evolving. So I guess initially I started with the goal of just getting the business started,
Hmm.
and then the goal of getting people working with me, and so we've met those goals. Um, and now I guess the goal is to just grow and just like and expand and try, like try and like get these artists in positions to launch themselves, and like maybe like teach them how to like do business on their own, and like and then we can like become a conglomerate and just like
Yeah, yeah,
like from that way, and then just do business amongst each other and stuff like that. you know um it's like it's a challenging industry, and especially since we're on the indie side, we don't get all the ends that the majors do, and we got to fight for stuff differently. So I think one of the goals that I have with myself and some of my partners is to try and even the playing field, level that out, and keep producing solid music, and maybe make it so where indie artists get a little bit more attention.
yeah. And what would you say is probably the best way, or how do you do that? I mean, I think now it's probably a little easier than before. We have social media.
Yeah,
It's there's a lot of work as an indie artist in general.
Yeah.
But the good thing is that you don't have to succumb. I can't talk today. Succumb to the machine, to the industry in that way. You make your music, you put it out.
Right.
You have to figure out how you're going to market it in a way that it reaches your fans.
Right.
And so you take more responsibility. It's possible you can do just as much music or just as much marketing as the big machines, as Columbia Record, as any of those big things. All you need is one or two people to catch on to what you're doing, and then they pass it on, they pass it on, they pass it on.
Yep.
That's how it grows. Isn't that how the Weeknd did it?
I think
Yeah,
so.
pretty much.
I think a couple people did it like
Yeah.
that. And so we just got to keep working, and it'll catch fire.
Keep making that fire.
Yep.
I've seen some of the videos. The videos are fire.
Thank you.
I've seen them. Yeah.
Thank you.
What else would you like us to know about what you're doing here? Because I think you got a really good roster of people. Your website is great. You got some great music.
Thank you. I don't know what else, I just want to keep growing and keep going, and I want more people to see what those guys are doing, what our artists are doing. And if you like what we're doing, support, show love.
There you go.
We're gonna always show love back.
That's right. And how can they support you? I mean, don't be shy with the financial donations also.
Oh, yeah.
We definitely need some financial support.
So urbanunityproductions.com. You can there's actually a producer's donation fund. People can go there and they can donate through that. And also buy support the music. Like if you like a song, buy the track, put it on your ringtone, or give it a couple spins, give it a couple 100,000 spins.
That's right. Play it over and over and over.
Word of mouth is still the best. Tell everybody. If you like a song, tell somebody else, tell the next person, you know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah.
And that's the thing. I think people love to find new artists, or people like to find those, that are not the mainstream, because that's where the heart and the soul and the gut and everything, the fires, all in those artists. Everybody trying to, get in there.
Right.
That's where the real music is. It's not the, part of the machine where it has to be melodic and it has to be, it's just the raw music. Right?
Yes.
Yep. How can we get in touch with you?
urbanunityproductions.com. Email is owner@urbanunityproductions.com. And and then the Instagram is Urban Unity CEO. I think it's at Urban Unity CEO, or no, it's at Urban Unity Productions. I think it's at Urban Unity Productions.
Okay.
And then Facebook, I think it's the same thing. Facebook.com/Urban Unity Productions.
There you go. Well, thank you for coming on the show. I appreciate it. Everybody, please make sure you check out Urban Unity Productions. You can find out all the information at urbanunityproductions.com. All the links to the social media are there. Click on, follow, donate. Check out some independent artists. This man is dynamite. Also, check him out as a chef, right? Chef Gary Thomas.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for spending some time here at OneMicNite, because time is the most valuable thing you can give. So I appreciate you. Please come back. I'm going to try to add some clips on in here because I want everybody to see some of this music. You're doing some good stuff.
Thank you, Marcos. I really appreciate it.
Sir. Check him out. Gary Thomas II. My name is Marcos Luis, MarcosLuis. Follow me on social media. OneMicNite is the name of the show. OneMicNite. See you next time. Also, make sure you pick up your nootrops. The link is down at the bottom. Get your discount. All right? Focus, energy, gut health. Nootrops. Bye-bye.